What is going on, Legionnaires? Welcome back to the channel. It's time to take a look ahead at the next new comic book day and get the top 10 releases for the Legion list this week. Let's not waste any time. There's some fantastic stuff coming. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, and let's get into it. Huge shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Check them out at their website. Follow them on social media. Don't miss out. And a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games, my local LCS where I pick up all my new comic book day books. They are located here in good old Augusta, Georgia. Be sure to check out the links below. You can find their Facebook group as well as links to ABX Comics and Games and JustinComicx. If you need anything clean or press, hit him up over on IG. Let them know you found him via the channel. So let's get into it, guys. This is a fantastic week. We're rocking and rolling. Last week was great. This week is great. Let's not waste any time. Kicking it off, the first book in the top 10 list for this coming week is none other than Batman issue 144 by Chip Zdarsky. This is going to be an interesting journey. Batman is coming out every week at this point while we do this 3-issue Joker Year 1 story. We've kind of taken a pause from the regular Chip Zdarsky stuff, and he's doing a little 3-issue exposition exploration of the character of the Joker. I was on the fence about it. I'm still on the fence about it, because it was such a weird issue. Be sure to check out Sector 2815 on YouTube. We do a DC deep dive over there, and we decided to focus on this 3 issues because there's a lot to unpack. It's touching on 3 Jokers. It's touching on the Killing Joke. It's touching on Year Zero and many more things. I'm excited to see what it's going to do. I'm still hoping it's going to be great, but I'm not sure. Is this going to add to the character of the Joker, or is it going to take away the mystique? Only one way to find out. We got to pick this up. We got to read it, and we got to talk about it. Next up on the list is another one everyone's talking about. Who knows how many people are reading it? You can never really tell. That's none other than the brand new Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 2. As you know by now, the Ultimate Universe is back at Marvel Comics. After the Secret Invasion, the maker has recreated an all-new Ultimate Universe. We've got Spider-Man, we have Black Panther, we have X-Men coming, but not before we get to Spider-Man issue number 2. As you can tell from the cover, they're bringing Green Goblin into this one, all-new Green Goblin. That first issue was pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it a good bit, so I'm excited to dive into issue number 2 right here and see what it has in store for us. It's always fun going through these Ultimate books because they're also familiar, but they're also unpredictable because you have no clue how they're going to recreate or alter these characters, and it really had a great feel to it. I'm excited to be picking up a Spider-Man book, and I'm excited that I enjoyed it. I hope they keep this momentum moving forward. Next up, when we got Spider-Man kicking off, we have this current Return to Kingdom Come story arc ending in World's Finest issue number 24. Mark Waid and Dan Mora are knocking it out of the park from issue 1 to now. It's not letting up. This has been a fantastic story arc right here where we travel to Earth 22 and we see the rise of Magog and how he was really influenced by Gog himself, all for the sake of having Apocalypse be invaded by Earth's heroes just so there can be a glorious death scenario and Gog can like ascend kind of thing. Well, they stopped him from invading Apocalypse, but not before Darkseid himself noticed what was happening, and he has come to Earth 22. Now it's time to see how the Darkseid himself of the Kingdom Come world interacts with these characters. If you're a fan of Kingdom Come like I am, you know that we never saw Darkseid in Kingdom Come. We saw an aged Orion who started to show features of his father, but Darkseid was not present. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to handle Darkseid himself inside of Earth 22. And as you also know, Mark Waid was part of the original creative team for Kingdom Come, so who better to help handle it than Mark Waid himself? Next up, coming in at number 4, we have none other than boom, Joshua Williamson's Superman issue number 11. We had a fun little pause for the cause last issue where he traveled back in time and we got to explore the origins of Marilyn Moonlight, a brand new character that Joshua Williamson has introduced. But now that Superman's back, what has everyone been doing while he's gone? I'll tell you what, they're forming a society of evil villains, if you will. Lex Luthor's biggest enemies have gathered together to come attack and finally take out Lex Luthor. And it's up to none other than Superman himself to defend Lex and shut down Dr. Graff and his evil cohorts. I'm excited to dive into this. This book has been killer. All the super titles are just crushing it right now. I hope everybody's enjoying them. If you're not, check out some of the collected volumes. You will not regret it. And we're hitting the halfway point with number 5 on the list. And this is Titans issue number 8 by Tom Taylor. Not going to lie, this series right here is kind of falling out of favor with me. It's just really not delivering any oomph, and being that we've sidelined the Justice League to elevate the Titans, this title really should be killing it. Knowing that Tom Taylor is capable of writing phenomenal stuff. I mean, you have his Deceased under his belt, Dark Knights of Steel, all of the Injustice stuff. He is a fantastic comic writer, but it seems like he kind of has a different tone and style when it comes to writing ongoing stuff like Nightwing or this, and it just doesn't have that punch that he's known for, that he should be doing. Like, he has this unique style to deliver stories that get you emotional, that get you hyped, that brings tears to your eyes. But his ongoing stuff is like watching something in cruise control. And that's how this has started to feel. Nicola Scott's art is phenomenal. Nicola Scott's art was not present the last couple of issues. I'm not sure if it's back for this one. I'm mostly excited about this to kind of see how we have left Beast World and we do the little epilogue, basically. Beast Worlds was a Titans event, so seeing in this issue how things are gonna, how the cards are gonna fall, how society looking at them now that Amanda Waller swayed the public opinion of them. All of that I'm excited about because it's leading into the summer event for DC this year. So I'm trying to get the context for what's coming, but I don't know how much longer Titans is going to stay on my pull list if it doesn't drastically pick up. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've been reading Titans, has it been delivering for you? If this is going to be a flagship title at DC and really put the Titans to the forefront as the premier team at DC, are they living up to that? I'd love to know your thoughts. Coming in at number 6, a book that is living up to all expectations and beyond. I'm hearing everyone talk about this book. I'm right there with him, screaming its praises. Tom King, Daniel Sampere have breathed new life into Wonder Woman in a cinematic, grander than life way with this all new ongoing series. In this issue right here, number 6, we're going to see the culmination of teams. Wonder Woman and all of her sidekicks, or her previous cohorts, her sisters, have gotten together and they're going to be facing off with a team of Wonder Woman's greatest villains. If it's any style, if it's in any tone that the last issues have been in, I cannot wait to see how this plays out. This has been an emotional roller coaster. It feels heroic. It feels cinematic. It's delivering on all fronts. Daniel Sampere is the dynamic duo to Tom King. He's worked great with Mitch Gerads, Greg Smallwood, but this guy just gets it. The way that his art matches with the storytelling is perfect, flawless, amazing. Let me know what you're thinking. Number 7 on the list, another one that I cannot scream its praises high enough. Philip Kennedy Johnson is crushing it with Nick Klein on The Incredible Hulk. We have issue number 9 dropping this week. We just wrapped up the 3-issue amazing little story with the World War II Ghost Rider Sal, who's riding on his old school Harley with his bucket helmet on. Great stuff. Hulk's traveling now to the new town with his little sidekick, if you will, and they stumble upon a town that is plagued by a serial killer, but not just any serial killer, one with monstrous backgrounds. They're going to have to dive into this mystery and work with some of the supernatural detectives of this town to get to the bottom of it and rid the town of this evil. I'm excited to do such things. Cannot wait. Coming in at number 8, you already know it. Hitting up the Monsterverse with Legacy Comics and DC Comics crossover, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, issue number 5. This one's running for 7 issues, so we're getting to the end. Unfortunately, it's been so good. Pure fan service on every front, but it's not like shallow or hollow. It's really built out well. It's really telling a proper story, tons of context, tons of world building, tons of characters. And in this one, we're going to experiment with the idea that these Titans are attracted to other Titans. The biggest Titan in all of the Monsterverse is none other than Godzilla. And we've learned from the Monsterverse movies that if there's another alpha around, he's naturally drawn to it. We'll learn that in the Godzilla versus Kong stuff, as well as King of the Monsters with Ghidorah. Well, in the DC universe, who's the ultimate alpha? None other than your boy in blue, Superman. Well, he died in issue number 2, presumed dead. But for whatever reason, he's at the Fortress of Solitude where everyone's mourning him, testing to see if they are missing something. Is he really dead? We don't know. He's an alien. We never could figure out what it means to be dead for Superman. But for whatever reason, a very specific Titan is coming toward the Fortress of Solitude. It's being drawn there by some unseen, unknown signal. So we are diving into the whole story aspect of the alpha being attracted to the alpha. And in this one, we're supposed to see Lois Lane kind of crack the code of who these Titans really are. Hopefully we'll get the dynamic of who's good, who's bad, and start pitting these guys on teams against other ones. League of Assassins and the League of Dooms are all in play with this. Cannot wait to see how it plays out. Number 9, another one that's huge hit across the board. Energon Universe at Skybound is crushing it. Transformers, Duke, Cobra, all amazing. Issue 2 of Cobra is dropping. We got the backstory. Cobra Law is at its wits end with Cobra Commander. He's kind of made a deal with them. He's going to go track down an ultimate energy source that only he knows about, known as Energon. And how is he the only one that knows about it? I hate to put a spoiler out there, but he is in possession of something very unique, something huge in terms of the crossover storytelling of these 3 titles. So he comes from Cobra Law to the United States to track down more of this mysterious energy source, but he's going to need backup. And in this one, he goes to find some allies. And coming in at number 10, and the final one for this list, we have the final issue of the first story arc for John Stewart's Green Lantern War Journal. Philip Kennedy Johnson is also writing this. Got to tell you, I'm going to be excited to get past this first one. This first story arc, though it's definitely a solid story, really feels like it's wrapping up the mess that the John Stewart Green Lantern story had been in ever since pre-Infinite Frontier. You know, they did the old Teen Lantern thing. They blew up the battery. He is the battery. He's the builder. All this stuff. They've done so much weird stuff with him. You got the Revenant Queen. And it brought all that over into current storytelling. And it looks like we're just trying to tell the final story to be done with that and catapult into a new story. We're going to be diving into unknown aspects of the origins of the Guardians of the Universe, as well as the Dark Stars themselves, as we propel to volume 2, or the second story arc moving forward. Cannot wait. I'm just really excited to be getting multiple Green Lantern titles. What a time to be living in. And that we have more than 0 Green Lantern titles. We have 2 ongoing Green Lantern titles. Very exciting stuff. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to picking up. I appreciate everybody watching the video, especially if you made it to the end. Be sure to check out the merch store down below for some cool swag. And you can hit that join button and consider becoming a channel member if you'd like to support the channel even farther. It's a really cool way to do that. And that's going to be it for this week. Thank you again. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.